So number 4 today for Australia. This is a first in the history of Test match cricket. Stephen Smith would normally be number 4. He is out, ruled out by concussion. This is the official concussion replacement. It's Marnus Labuschagne. Test average so far mid-20s, 150 in 6 Test matches. He's been playing for Glamorgan, making good runs for Glamorgan this year. This is a very, very different kettle of fish.
It won't be easy for Marnus Labuschagne. Huge pressure. Also a huge opportunity in terms of helping his side to save this Test match. It's going to take a lot. Jofra Archer, he's ready and waiting. Look at the seam position. A shine, conventional swing, but just the line. You have to play it as a left-hander.
Yes, combination of line, close enough to off stump, length as well. See another really forward, more back. And the reaction was instantaneous from the slips fielders, from Archer, who by this stage is already off to square leg somewhere. Bairstow's done his bit, making sure it goes into the gloves cleanly. Waits for it to come down out the sky again. Perfect start for England. And again, a very good afternoon to you, sir. Labuschagne seemed to see that well. It was short, it was rather high, and apparently technically a wide. Looks a bit like a no ball too. Just get it all done in one ball.
Yeah, Jofra Archer has to be a little bit careful. He's got to run free, yes. He's got to be mindful. Can't make too many mistakes. No easy leaves.
That's a heavy blow. He's up on his feet again. Oh no, that's straight in. That is zeroed in. He's doing his absolute best, and he does appear to look unconcerned, but wow, that was a nasty bouncer.
The protocol in place. It's got to be assessed. Questions asked. Quick check-up. If there's any doubt, he has to go off the field.
Well, the first part of the protocol is that they will always replace the helmet. Once it's taken a blow, deemed to have been damaged, straight on the grill. Absolutely dead straight on the grill. First one was high and wide. This is just zeroing in, and with huge pace.
That is almost impossible to avoid. He kept his eyes on it for as long as possible. Would have shaken him. Got up almost immediately. Ready to face the next ball. Reassuring the team doctor. He's okay. With a smile.
I tell you what, that's one of the best adverts I've ever seen for a helmet. Two things. One is it was, would have been full on. He was nowhere near getting out the way of that ball. Would have been absolutely full on at 90-something miles an hour. Second part of the advertisement for the helmet is that he appears to be completely unfazed by it. Helmet not out of place. He gets straight up. Unlike Stephen Smith yesterday, who was hit on the head without the helmet being involved and lay down for a little while, Labuschagne is straight up onto his feet, almost exaggeratedly so, and now it's just a question of putting the next helmet into wearable conditions, a bit of extra padding going in. I'd put a mattress up in front if I were him, to be honest. But as I say, that was one of the best ever adverts for the helmet.
And players are pretty fussy when it comes to helmets, just like that. Worry about the fit, the grill, the padding's like.
Well, the fit has to be right, doesn't it? If it's loose, if it's not tightly on your head, you won't see that. I mean, if it hadn't been tightly on his head, that'd have been flying off. And so it has to be right. It's got to be properly strapped on. All that padding is part of it. He hasn't got, by the look of it, the stem guards on this particular one. Just look at that. Ow.
controlled that front hand pretty well. You want to let go off the bat, conscious of the fact that if he did, and then on the stumps, he's out quicker. That's a real test for him from now onwards. He's shaken for sure. He's replaced Stephen Smith as a result of concussion due to being hit with Jofra Archer yesterday. He's walked in, second ball he's faced. He's taken one full on the grill.
Another point to make here. Applause for him. Now he's back on his feet and ready to start again. Another point to make is good old-fashioned days without helmets, without grills. People go back and across. There was a forward press here. He was front foot, which gives you balance, yes. The grill, the helmet gives you confidence, but I promise you that 30 years ago it would have been a very, very different technique when you're facing Jofra Archer at 90-something plus miles an hour. All I can say now is good luck. That's good bowling. Really is good bowling. Whatever doubt has been put in the batsman's mind by that previous delivery, and he's had plenty of time to think about it. Hang it around just outside off stump.
The scramble seam. A beautiful line, beautiful length. They probably even wanted a Yorker at that time. Just the two slips on the gully. Probably a couple more in there. Wouldn't hurt mid-on. Wasted at this time.
And again, good line. Well, it seems that with Jofra Archer you get eventful overs pretty much all the time. 20 for 2. Six overs into this Australian second innings. It's 20 for 2. And we have a change in the commentary box. Ian Botham and Nasser Hussain.
Thanks, David. It's that Archer factor again, isn't it? Around about this time yesterday, he was steaming in, albeit from the pavilion end. Now it's from the nursery end. Batting suddenly looks hard work again. You feel for Stuart Broad here. Because Stuart Broad's speeds have been up this year. He's up at 84 mile an hour. But he looks a dobber with what's coming up at the other end.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll mind that too much. There's every chance. There was a moment there where he realised he had nowhere to go there, didn't it? Followed him. To make a few people hop, young man.
Very fine. Can you imagine being Marnus Labuschagne? He's not in the game. He's been left out. He's probably been enjoying himself the last 3 days. Nice long lunches at Lord's, an evening out. All of a sudden you're called in for the last day. Face Archer and Broad. Good luck. No one has ever done it in a test match before. Concussion sub. Suddenly from being completely switched off to switch on. Game to save for Australia.
When Andy Roberts first turned up on the scene playing for Hampshire, bowling at 100 miles an hour at one end, Tom Mottram at the other end bowling at 75 miles an hour, got 100 wickets.
They were all teeing off against him.
Caught mid-on, mid-off, cover, third man.
There is a comparison there with Andy Roberts. I've seen a couple of tweets from some former players saying the Archer bouncer is very similar in that it just comes from nowhere. And I know you've said that he had a couple of bouncers, Andy Roberts, But that's why batters are getting in trouble. He's quick, and then all of a sudden, because there's no change in action, he bowls through that action. Suddenly it's hitting you, literally.
Andy Roberts got me with a slower one. And that took 4 teeth out.
Good take. Very good take down the leg side.
Very good take. Keeps on going down the slope there. Excellent. Wasn't that far away from the bat either.
Well, they must have a theory with him. Obviously, he's played for Glamorgan this year, batted a bit. There's a leg slip in, as opposed to adding to the 2 slips and a fine gully. So they think he could tickle it down the leg side. Does go leg side, but squarer. And he's off the mark. Gets a cap for this game. Come in as a sub, even if it's just for a day, you get a cap. He's just been moved squarer. Literally that ball, Broad moved him squarer, and it went fine, and it went for 4. Well, most of the tests, people have said Stokes has been fine at leg slip. Broad at the end of his run went, Stokesy, squarer. Keep going square. Another yard. That's it. Thumbs up. And he nicked it exactly where he was.
I think both these 2 batsmen, what I've seen, have both get across the stumps. They get so far across. We said that one to Bancroft just before. Very close to the bat. There he is. Off you go. Well done. Get there. Now, I wonder where it's going to go. There you go.
They don't make great captain bowlers, do they? Lovely shot. That'll do his confidence some good. You don't get many drives from Archer. First one he's got is put away for 4.
He's probably thinking now, why did I do that? It's not a half volley. He's just pushed through the line of the ball. It's good.
Debate, just 2 slips and a gully for a lad bowling like this, getting it go down the slope. Could route attack mid on and a mid wickets in.
You don't need both of those guys, that is for sure. Might well need a 3rd or 4th slip.
Mid on and a mid wicket must be there for a reason. Played. Key there was dropping the gloves. This time the helmet was safe, but he didn't want it to flick the gloves.
Again, it follows it. Look how it comes back up the slope. That's the problem. It plays that well in the end.
Surely another catcher the way he's bowling. Surely, if you're going to declare and you're pushing for a win. Trying to get the crowd going. He's got to concentrate on his captaincy as well. The crowd can't set the field. Yep, squirted away. It's always going to go in that direction, down the slope. 36 for 2.
There it goes through that gap. You can't really expect Geoffrey Archer's first test to start telling the captain what he wants his field, but someone should be talking to the captain. The vice captain, senior players out there.
Brilliant from Archer again. 4 overs, 2 for 13. Stokes has gone back to where he was. He's gone finer. Leg slip where the ball went. Four single-figure scores in the series for David Warner, averaging 4.5, a difficult time of it. 3 times to Broad and Archer today. Just past short leg.
Bit of luck there. Wouldn't have known where it was going or where it went. It's gone quite quickly, hasn't it, off the thigh pad, so no chance. But it could easily have gone straight up in the air.
Only a rough out there for Jack Leach for the left-handers, obviously 2 right-handers here. There was a bit of talk that maybe Labuschagne would break up the 2 left-handers and the middle order. He's come in ahead. Wade and Head come, so there'll be plenty of rough there. I think it might just spin off the pitch as well now for Leach. I think also the reason Leach is coming on is more to do with Archer. And in fact, the skipper is saving Archer's legs to follow Broad down the hill. That's where he bowled his spell, his destructive spell yesterday. .38 for 2. Debate who is going to be at the nursery end. It's going to be Chris Woakes, not Jack Leach. 2-9 to win. 8 wickets for England to go 1-all. 39 overs remaining. They've got to bowl those overs, weather depending, light depending. Stats going in the right direction. Stats here very impressive, bat and ball. A little bit short in the first innings. Fraction 1 day length splice of the bat. See if Woakes can get it a bit fuller.
A little bit of movement for Woakes, looking to take the ball predominantly down towards the slips, but natural variation just came straight on, or maybe even a little bit up the slope.
He plays his cricket in Queensland. Bouncier pitches at the Gabba, etc. Leaves on length well. Those 3 deliveries left on length. That's why Woakes needs to be a bit fuller. Get him coming forward.
You say about the bounce-ness, and you're quite right. I mean, a lot of Australian players come over to can get caught out for early up because they think, oh, it's back of a length, I'll leave that. And of course, sometimes on the English pitches, it doesn't bounce as they would be expecting, what they were brought up on.
Clipped away now. It's good batting. Be patient. Old-fashioned Test match batting. Let the bowler come to you. Very good batting.
Good position, waits for it. Well, Fields has got to pitch it up because he's been leaving it well back of the length, and then if you stray too straight, it's almost Stephen Smith would have clipped that, I reckon, somewhere up through there.
Not enough of that for me in Test match cricket nowadays. Leave the ball, let him come to you, and then clip it away.
You love a good lead, don't you?
Mentioned that after my masterclass in the nets yesterday to Mitchell Johnson.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. What happened?
Good leave again. Excellent. Proper batting. 42 for 2. Very consistent first innings. Second innings score of England there, 258, 258, 250. .38 overs minimum remaining. We're not going to get more than that. Thought about the change. Archer, when would he go up that far end? Didn't take long. Big cheer comes up. 9 minutes or so to go till tea, so he may get 2 in, possibly just the 1 from that end. Really battling his technique, Cameron Bancroft. Watch the way the bat often comes across the line of the ball from gully. Really battling it. It's about 6 occasions now where he's doing it at scissor hands. Doesn't want to be doing it, just can't stop it at the moment.
Once he committed to the lead, he had nowhere to go, and that nip back down the slope made him pretty full on that. I was pleased it's about 3 or 4 inches high.
Now that will get him playing at deliveries he doesn't need to. Ball nipping back down the slope. Talk about him battling his technique. A number of occasions today where his bat has come across the line of the ball. Because of that front leg gets so far across, just getting turned around. There you go. Tour game at Worcester, he tried to do a Steve Smith and get that left leg out of the way completely. That's up.
Pretty close to that and the helmet, that in the end. Periscope.
Periscope. You'd have thrown away for 6 if it clipped the bat. Not a wide. 42 for 2. Five or 6 moments to go to tea. England must try and get 2 in here. Sunny at the moment, so it's going to cloud over later, which England obviously don't want. They want a bit of cloud, but not too much for bad light later. It is going to be Jack Leach. See if they can get an over in here quickly, and then another over of Archer. See if he can spin it off the surface. There's plenty of footholds there for the left-handers to come, and he spin it off the pitch to the 2 right-handers.
Would you be tempted to start over the wicket and aim at the rough?
No, start round the wicket, because it just brings in more modes of dismissal, LBW, etc. Caught short leg. Occasionally just go and try and land it in there from over the wicket. He's brought up on a spinning pitch at Taunton nowadays. Change from when you were there, Beef. It turns square there now.
Played for a week and it didn't turn.
Slip, a gully and a short leg, so both edges of the bat covered. Yeah, Joe Root's just had a word saying there's nothing off the main part of the pitch. Let's get over the wicket and try and land a couple in those footholds. Now he can kick it away. Shouldn't be given out LBW if it pitches outside leg. Sweep becomes a dangerous shot. Top edge. If you do kick it away, get your gloves out of the way in case it ricochets onto them. For that reason.
Yeah, he shouldn't be given out LBW, should you, from left arm over the wicket, Nas?
Actually was off the pitch. Did it go in the rough? Short of the rough.
Oh, yes.
Decides to play. Can kick that. That did land in. It's a dangerous shot out the rough. Get one on this occasion. He'll keep the strike. 43 for 2. So it will be one more over from Archer. Oh, he was ducking out the way of that as well. Just cannot pick him up. Straight on the digits. Played soft hands. to get ready for this game. Archer played, I don't know if you saw any footage, but he played in a second-team game against Gloucester Seconds.
I saw one ball.
I mean, the young lads played him reasonably well. He ended up getting 6 for, I think he got 100 as well. Smashed it. Imagine being a young second-teamer turning up on a club pitch and facing him.
And with a point to prove.
What's that come off? What's that come off? They all look at the umpire, the crowd appeal, just thigh pad.
One person who's not interested is Ben Stokes, who had the best view. Clearly off the thigh pad.
Oh, well played. Very well played.
So he did as well as you can do there. Serious delivery, this. Played it really well because he watched it.
In movement, the ball comes into you. Down the slope, he did it. The other end is not just the slope, it's just his stop delivery. Last ball before tee. Well played. Solid from Bancroft. Excellent from Archer. Yet again, some serious test cricket there. And it's a lot to do with that man on picture. Archer with 2 wickets, but a good fight back from Bancroft and Labuschagne.
Well, last session, day 5 here at Lords. The sun is out. It's still a packed house. It's going to be spin. There's 35 overs remaining. Australia need 221 runs to win. England need 8 wickets. And you sense that it's going to be Leach from one end with some spin into that rough. And the pace of Jofra Archer from the pavilion end. It's all pretty exciting stuff. There was some fiery stuff from Jofra Archer. He picked up a couple before the break. He's got 2 for 16. And this first half an hour, Bumble, is going to be really interesting. If England get a couple of wickets and they're right in the game, if Australia can stop the momentum, then their job go a long way to try and save this game.
Well, over the wicket, Jack Leach into that rough area. Labuschagne, that delivery saying, I'm not playing, I'm just going to kick you away.
Going to try and drop it into the rough, and I think if that's the case and the right-hand batsman wants to try and kick it away, I wouldn't mind just someone under his nose, because you can get one off the pad, off the glove. I don't think he's going to try and hit big cover drives out of that rough stuff when you're trying to save the game.
If you're kicking away, you've got to make sure that your hands and your gloves are well out of the way, because it can bounce up. There's a gully in there. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about a catcher really close in on the offside. Changes an angle, going around the wicket.
It was pretty testy stuff before tea. Archer was on fire, bowling well over 90 mile an hour. Broad bowl well. Wokes just the 1 over. As much as a test of skill, it was also a test of courage, wasn't it, Bumble?
I thought they played really well, the 2 lads at the crease. Labuschagne as the substitute. Active part. And Bancroft got stuck in. He has technical issues and you can pull him to bits at times, but I thought he put a brave performance on there. There's more to do because he'll be coming again.
Good, that's out. Yes, on with the arm, stayed low, and Bancroft's gone.
You can see that happening in slow motion. As soon as he started going back, no. Ball pitches and skids on and keeps low. No question of a review. Oh, what have I done? That's not going over the top. On with the arm, a straight honour from a full length. All that work before the break. Bancroft's gone for 16, 47 for 3.
Delivery.
Well, England have struck in the first over after tea, giving themselves a great chance to spin from one end and fire and pace from the other end with Archer. Travis Head, the vice-captain of Australia, is in. Look at this one. As soon as he went back, as Bumble said, it was in trouble. Just skidded, it kept low, and I reckon about halfway down that ball, oh no, Leach strikes. He's got one. The crowd are behind Archer, new batsman Head, and Labuschagne, the sub, the replacement. Do not go anywhere. There's plenty to twists and turns and plenty to happen for the rest of the day.
As soon as he goes back there, very full length.
Good for his confidence too, Leach. Get one early, just your second over. Oh, it's another good bounce up. So much talk about Archer, and why not? It's hard not to. It's just electrifying viewing, watching Archer, but someone like Jack Leach will have just as big a role to play here. See that one once again. Hear us talk about why he's so hard to play and why that bounce is so difficult. Yes, it's quick, but he's in close to the stumps. It's the way it nips back and follows you.
Close to the stumps is the key. He's played that well.
Yeah, good shot.
I think he's done remarkably well so far, Labuschagne. You just got to put it all into context that he's a substitute, not involved in the game. There's a great player like Steve Smith who he's in place of. He's just got stuck in.
He's been running drinks out the last few. Been running around the field in lunch breaks, throwing balls and catching some and having a net out the back, and suddenly he finds himself in the firing line out in the middle, trying to save a game for Australia. 49 for 3. Australia 218 behind, but only 7 wickets in hand. Oh, well bowled again.
Well, he's fine there. We saw that before the break, that he's leaving off length. Former Australian captain, left-handed batsman Mark Taylor used to play that way. Just leave off length. Trust the bounce.
His natural delivery is the into the right hander. It's accentuated a little bit with the pavilion and the slope. That's why he's so difficult to play right-hander. What do I leave? What do I play at? Look at these bounces, the ones that follow the batsman. There's a nasty one to Labuschagne. That was hitting hard. Once again, see how just following, see how where he delivers the ball from, close to the stump. So he's in line. That was well played by Bancroft. And another short one, just keeps following you. Hard to get out the way. Pretty tidy over. 49 for 3.
Well, it's not his fastest, that particular over. Electrifying pace. Mid-90s, but 87, 88 there. He's got a bit of rough to work with now, Jack Leach, to the left-handed head.
Well, Travis Head hasn't faced the ball yet. Won't be easy for him. Jack Leach, wicket in his last over. Plenty of rough in the eye line. Joe Root's got a leg slip. He's got a slip, a bat pad. Wouldn't mind seeing another one in there on the offside as well. Short mid-wicket. Not sure the big sweep's going to come. Right, now can Jack Leach get something out of the footmarks? Oh, well, I was completely wrong about the sweep. First ball, a big mo.
The shot's on. Whether in these circumstances, I'm not sure.
They're going for him, Bumble. The Aussies are going for him. I think that's a bit of nerves. That's what that is. Just short of Joe Root. It's not easy, this.
What sort of pace? 54, and that's about right. You don't want to be flighting it into that rough area. Drive it in.
That's right. That's the key. You've got to spin it. You've got to spin it nice and hard and into the rough. If you just put it there and expect it to do something, it won't. Get that extra bounce if you spin it in there. That's it, like that. That's good stuff. Good bowling. Perfect foil for Archer. Spin at one end, pace at the other. Test your technique, your temperament, courage. This is good. England all over Australia here. Oh, goodness me, how was that missed?
Well, he's got the sweep out and decided against it. He's gone through everything. It's going to be byes. That must bounce over the top of the stumps. He's worried and he's concerned about the short leg. And he's playing this shot hopeful that England will get rid of that short leg.
Oh, goodness me, that hasn't missed a lot. That could easily, with that sort of technique, trying to play that shot, as you say, Bumble, to try and sweep, then decide not to. You can easily chop that on, punch it up the bat pad. Just going to settle here, Travis said. He's all over the place. And it's amazing the left-handers worry about that rough. I know it's in your island, but they worry about it so much, don't they?
It's so unpredictable when it lands in there. Is he going to scoot on the floor? Is he going to jump and spin and take the glove?
I think the key is to try and get outside the line. So you want to bat on off stump and you've got to get forward. You can't play back and try and play it off the pitch. There's not enough time. Just get forward and try and smother it. Oh, it's a tidy over. It's a wonderful over from Leach. That's 53 for 3.
This is when he comes into his own, Jack Leach, and particularly against the left-handers in this rough area. 57 miles an hour, that last delivery, so he's going to drive it into the surface. Talk about 57 miles an hour, it's now going to be 90. He's coming again.
Right, it's Archer again. Bat pad, leg gully, 2 slips and a gully or a floating slip, and it's going to be around 90 mile an hour. Labuschagne's done well so far on 20. 8th over for Jofra Archer out of 16. Got half the overs. Well played. Just looking at who's to come. Matthew Wade, a left-hander. That won't be easy again to come next. Then the captain, Tim Payne, a right-hander. And then the bowlers. England are close. England are close here. Oh, well bowled again.
Just watching the pace. 88, 90. Wobbly seam.
To be fair to Labuschagne, he's left the ball pretty well.
He's lined it up so well, and we've talked about that leave, that he trusts the bounce to go over the top of the stumps. I think he's looked really well organised. You can't stress that you're just carrying drinks, and you go and have a go. In fact, going up 4.
Don't forget when his second ball got the nasty one too off Archer. Not his best one for the day so far, Archer.
The encouragement is there for him from the fielders. It seems ridiculous to say that his pace is down at 88 miles an hour.
Isn't it great for the game? Seeing a fast bowler like this, it's exciting. We've had a wonderful summer of cricket so far with a World Cup and England winning. Oh, well bowled again. And now we've got the debutant coming in bowling 90 mile an hour plus, thunderbolts, it's Ashes, it's fantastic test match cricket.
Well, you get Steve Smith, world-class player, brilliant to watch. How did he get him out? And then 95 miles an hour gives him a real examination, just shows whoever you are, however good.
Hold again. Oh, it's going to be 5. There's been plenty of overthrows here at Lords in recent times. Australia will say thank you. That's the over. It's 57 for 3.
Oh, we've got buzzers. Here we go. One 0.
Leach again. It's the right-hander Labuschagne on strike. Is he going to start over or around? He'll start over the wicket. Interesting, after he knocked over the right-hander, we saw Bancroft from around the wicket, one that skidded on with a bit of natural variation. I think he wants to see if Labuschagne wants to play that sweep shot out of the rough. Got to have a 45 there for the top edge, and you don't want your sweeper there too deep either. You can see to the right of screen that man out on the fence. You don't want him too deep. You want that man 45 very fine out of that rough stuff. Yeah, well bowled. It's playing not bad pace. He's mixing up pretty well. That's the line to bowl from over the wicket. Not too wide. Make the batsman play and think to himself, do I kick it away? Do I play at it? Nice bowling.
He's just working this out, Labuschagne, as to whether he should be kicking it away.
Good bowling this.
You see his mind working overtime, how to deal with this. Can't be out LBW with the ball pitching outside leg stump.
Oh, there's that sweep he's trying to get. This is good bowling. The quicker one too, that one, 57. Dangerous to try and sweep, isn't it? Johnny Bairstow and Labuschagne just having a general chat.
He's just swept there. There's a fielder stopping that. What's your top edge?
Gotcha! Oh, well done. Well played. It's just good cricket, isn't it? Thunderbolts from one end, good spin into the rough at the other. Just great cricket to watch.
Best thing he's done is get down the other end.
See if Travis Head has calmed down a little. The first few balls, cat on a hot tin roof bumble. Try to sweep half volleys. Right, let's see what he's going to try and do here. That's better. Forward and smother. Good over from Jack Leach, though. 59 for 3. Well, Australia need 208 to win. You'd say that's not even thought of. I don't think Australia even trying to chase that. The keys are there's 30 overs left and 7 wickets. Well, 30 overs to go is the key, and that last figure, 59 for 3, 7 wickets for Australia. I don't think the 208 runs will come into it. I don't think Australia are going for them. As we've said a few times, pace from one end and spin from the other. It's a test out there of courage and technique. Marnus Labuschagne is passing it pretty well. He wasn't even playing in this game. He was running around each morning, probably getting here early to the game, having an extra net session, running drinks out to the players, running around at lunch breaks the first few days, doing gym sessions, and now he finds himself out there trying to save the game for Australia. So it's doing very well at the moment.
And forms have been signed to allow him to play. Got to fill forms in, send it to the ICC. They've got to be signed off.
The worried men there, Justin Langer on the left, the head coach of the Australian cricket team, and on the right, David Warner. Horribly out of nick, hasn't made a double-figure score. 4 low scores. He's a class player. I'm sure he'll find a way. Needs to be quick, though.
Just watching these short balls, they're all nipping back, all down the hill. It's a natural hill here at Lord's, and ball pitches. It's the same, and jagged back.
Be a couple here. Might even get a bit more than that. Just looking at the pace here, Jofra Archer's consistently been up. The last spell we saw yesterday and today up around 91, 92, 93 mile an hour. The last over, this over or so, is around that 86, 87. It's still quick, but you know, it's 6-7 mile an hour slower what he has been bowling. Just wonder if it might be worth Chris Royks having a little burst, keep him fresh, try and get a wicket. Don't burn him out right now. And then if you do happen to get a wicket or two, let him come firing back in. Bowled 9 straight. A little tea break around the wicket to the left-hander. It's going to be the hardest thing for England. When the game's on the line, you just throw the ball to Archer and hoping for a miracle spell all the time. Back-to-back tests, only 3 days in between test matches. Be very careful. You want him to bowl fast for a long period of time for England. I'm sure he's running on adrenaline. He's only on debut. He's pumped.
Going to watch him carefully, Joe Root. You're dead right, looking at that pace. And I mentioned it sounds ridiculous that you say he's lost his pace, 88 miles an hour. It might be. His options are there. Ben Stokes is an aggressive bowler.
Doesn't sound like much, 5, 6, 7 mile an hour, but it is. It's huge. Well played. 3 from it, 62 for 3.
Nine overs out of the 19 bowled by Jofra Archer.
More spin. And I think the key to having someone like Archer in your side is that the other guys, they can just pick up a wicket here or there. Then you get your gun bowler in to bowl impact. You know, ideally you'd only want to bowl in 4 or 5 over spells and have impact, not long spells, as you said, of 9 overs. Leach is providing a good foil here and providing a test of technique for both the left and right hander. Looks a little more threatening for the left-hander, but there's still a bit there for the right-hander to worry about. Good shot. Just watching Jack Leach then, I like that. He just tended to rush a little bit those first couple of deliveries. He just had a little gather and a pause at the top before that delivery. I think when everything's happening and the game's going so quickly and you're desperate to get a wicket for your team, you can tend to rush. It can happen in fast forward. Just slow everything down a little. Just make sure you're clear with your plans. How am I trying to get him out? Ask yourself that question. Have a look at your field. Yep, I'm happy. And away you go. Like a man under his nose on the offside, wouldn't you, Bumble? Instead of the cover, let him try and cover drive.
.63 for 3. Just looking, is it going to be Archer again? He wanders across to the umpire. He takes his cap off, or his floppy hat. There's a long conversation between those two.
Well, it's another over for Jofra Archer. 28 overs remaining, 7 wickets in hand for the Australians. Calling for another helmet to the dressing room. Just trying to think where that, probably bat on the offside. Burns is now getting all the bat pad gear on. He's probably going to go on the offside, I presume, unless it's a short slip fielder. Might go in that float slip into a really close position. I'm not sure I like that at 90 mile an hour. A bit of a slash.
He's getting strapped on. Stokes is still in that fine leg slip position. 2 slips, a gully, short leg. I reckon this has come from Stuart Broad. Saw that conversation between Root and Broad. And then Root chatted to Archer. He's nearly ready now, but Rory Burns, isn't it? Where's he going to stand? Can't stand there.
It looks like he's going back pad offside rather than a floating slip and close. He's going back pad offside. So we've got 2 back pads, we've got 2 slips and a gully and a leg slip. This might be what you call old-fashioned short stuff. Rightio. Seatbelts on. Oh, and a little fiddle. Oof.
Labuschagne just lost it momentarily there. Roar of the crowd. An extraordinary shot he tried to play.
It's the first real waft you've seen out there, isn't it? He's let the ball go really well. Now they're putting a sort of third man fly slip in. Right. Well, this is nasty. Around the wicket to, as I said, bat pad offside, bat pad onside, a leg slip, 1 slip gully, third man, and a fine leg that's pretty fine. And Archer's going to go round the wicket. And this is going to be short, and it's going to be fast. Well played. Yeah, best way to play someone that's on fire is get up the other end.
That really is good play. Gets in behind it. He knows what's coming. Just push it into leg side. He's got to change his line. Left-handed batsman now. Travis Head. How long's it? 9 deliveries for him. Still to get off the mark.
Oh, Travis Head's away. That'll be 4.
Four more.
One ball left of this. I reckon that'll be Jofra Archer done too. I reckon it's his last ball of this spell. So both Head and Labuschagne have seen him off. They've still got spin to deal with, and England have still got plenty of good pace bowling options. Stokes is an option. He'll get the fire in. He's quick. I'd probably give it to Ben Stokes in that pavilion end. Let him just steam in and let a few go. That's going down. It was a quick one though, 92.4 that last delivery. It's the over leg by, it's 69 for 3. Oh, more spin from Jack Leach. 4 around the bat. This looks a good field. Travis Head. I'm going to tell you more about it. Nasser Hussain, Mike Atherton.
Thanks, Shane. What fabulous cricket we've seen over the last couple of days. One of the great days yesterday. And it's been no less thrilling and dramatic today. Bit of rough there to aim at. Jack Leach, I don't think he'll mind Travis Head driving through the covers, or at least he shouldn't.
Not at all, especially if he can get one to just go up and down a little bit more, drop in one of those holes. Rough created by the follow through of Siddle at that far end. Does get easier against spin. When Head first came in, he wasn't picking up length, he was flapping away, he was sweeping. Just trust your defense, it gets easier.
And a bit gloomy overhead, the lights are on now. I suspect Archer is done for the moment. Just watch Stuart Broad loosening up at backward point. Outside the line, that's a safe shot. Leach is trying to drive the ball into those rough patches outside the off stump. Once Head gets outside the line and there's a lot of defence there, it's a safe shot. There, the grubber that got Bancroft. Head survived. 73 for 3. I'm impressed with Marnus Labuschagne after that horrific blow. Second ball and first ball was a fearsome welcome as well to Ashes cricket.
Yeah, both mentally and technically. Not easy mentally. Come in, be a sub, one of the greatest batsmen of all time in Steve Smith. Face Archer on a 5th-day pitch. But also technically it looks very sound, very correct, very organised.
Well, Archer is done as we suspected. Maybe one over too many he was given by Joe Root, but he's lucky to be able to throw the ball to a man who, in this kind of situation and time is running out, you need wickets quickly. Who better to throw the ball to than Stuart Broad? I think it's 7 times in his Test career he's taken 5 wickets in a single spell. It's the kind of bowler that can feed off the atmosphere in the ground. Signals to Chris Wokes at mid-on to loosen up as well. Maybe he'll have a burst from the nursery end instead of Leach.
Yeah, maybe just with this cloud cover and it's gone a bit gloomy, the lights, we know what it does here at Lord's when it's like this, and maybe just enough of you, Leach. Let's have a look at Wokes in these conditions.
Some excellent cricket today. A wonderfully judged innings, I thought, from Ben Stokes earlier in the day. England were not out of the woods this morning by any means, and he moved gradually from defence to attack. England added 100 or so in the 17 overs after lunch. Now Root the declaration. Which I thought was well timed. What did you think, Nas? Declaration.
Yeah, spot on. The way that England went about to get to that declaration. You're spot on, the way Stokes and Buttler soaked up pressure and then went hard after lunch. I think Joe Root got it just about right. Now over to the bowlers, basically. The weather's played a huge part in the game, so they're always, either side, we're going to find it difficult. The fact that we're still here at half-5 looking for a result shows how well the bowlers have done here. A good historian of the game. Can you think of an England cricketer that's made an impact like Archer. I mean, maybe Peterson 05 made such an impact in his first game, Test match.
Not sure I can, to be honest. Peterson did make an impact, particularly in one-day cricket. We've been talking to him at length about that series in South Africa, and an impact here, but it was in a defeat against Australia. Just the kind of electricity around the ground when Archer has had the ball in his hand, and a couple of dramatic moments when he's felled two top-order Australian players. I can't think of an England cricketer in recent times who's had that kind of impact. Driven nicely by Labuschagne.
That's why he's been impressive. What won't go on the highlights reel is the leave that he played the ball before. Old-fashioned cricket. Leave, wait for the fuller delivery and then put it away. He's been patient. Not all modern red ball cricketers are patient. Let the bowler come to you.
When this series started, he was the only man past 1,000 runs this year in the second division for Glamorgan. Although he came in quite cold into the series, he wasn't cold in that sense. Mind you, those first two balls from Archer, he wouldn't have faced much like that in the second division, or any division.
Pretty steady that in any division. 500s, 550s, best of 182. Good nick. See it.
.77 for 3. I spoke to Justin Langer before yesterday's play, asking him about his time here at Middlesex. He had 3 years at Middlesex, the Australian coach, and 3 at Somerset. I think he's a big fan of young Australian players in particular coming to county cricket, players like Labuschagne who are learning the game, get more of an opportunity to play day in, day out than they would, for example, in the Sheffield Shield at home.
Labuschagne was first choice for Morgan. I think it was Sean Marsh, and then Sean Marsh broke his arm. Nets, World Cup. And as we thought, a change. Spin off, the lights are on, it's fairly gloomy. And Joe Root wants to go to another seam, a seam at both ends.
Yeah, just had one over, Chris Wokes, before tea, and then was quickly replaced by Jack Leach. This is the end he likes to bowl from. Remember, he's got an outstanding record on this ground with bat and ball. Two bowlers on now who pulled the side out in 15 overs earlier in the season. Ireland, if you recall, different kind of pitch. Similar overheads, though. We need something quickly to happen now.
Say Wokes has been at his best in this game. He has been a fraction short. Goes to one-day mode occasionally, hits the splice of the bat just a little bit fuller. There again, just hits the deck and just got to kiss it a little bit fuller. That's when he's at his best. That's when coming forward.
The thing we've not seen a great deal of is swing, isn't it? I mean, ball has seemed. The hope was, certainly from England perspective, I think, that last year's batch of Dukes or made to the same specification would swing as they did last year. They haven't really been swinging.
Well, that's why the impact of Archer. You imagine if it wasn't swinging and you didn't have Archer. The dynamic of the series has changed from one cricketer. And softly, and so dependent on sideways movement because they didn't have pace. Losing the Ashes down under 4 zip. It's 3 days turnaround, and then Headingley next week. Game starting Thursday. Forecast is pretty good for next week.
He slips a fine gully at a catcher now at short mid wicket. You can just see him on right of picture there.
Wonder what Australia will do if Steve Smith is fit, to declare himself fit. Concussion rules and protocols, 5 days they reckon, but if he is, how do they get Labuschagne in? Problems at the top. Bancroft looks shot technically. Warner, you reckon class will come good at some stage. Labuschagne, for me, must play next game. Small sample size, but he looks an organised player.
So does Travis Head. Having said all that, 80 for 3. I'm impressed with Travis Head. I was impressed with him up at Edgbaston. Slightly frenetic start here against Jack Leach. It seems to have, through that initial sticky patch, and some good touch. Three down Australia, 2 to Archer, 1 to Leach. That's the classic combination. Pace and spin on the 5th day pitch. Jack Leach is having to do fine leg to fine leg. That was the role of Jonathan Trott many years ago. We used to just see him tracking up and down, fine leg to fine leg. There's Jack Leach. Atmosphere very different here at Lord's to the first test at Edgbaston. Lots talked about Edgbaston and the boisterous nature of the atmosphere. Here at Lord's, you get a kind of hushed quiet, particularly when the cricket is good and absorbing. People have been watching intently. Hard to take your eyes off the cricket in the last 2 days. Tickle fine, it'll be 4. Leach is a bit wider than that at fine leg. The angle from broad round the wicket. Travis Head just able to nudge it fine. nice places to be, are the dressing rooms in this situation when you're batting out. A bit tense. People tend not to move seats when it's going well and wickets are not tumbling.
Yeah, very superstitious, aren't they? Cricketers and cricket dressing rooms. Warner hasn't moved from Langer too much.
Best place to be is in the middle. Nerve-wracking watching, but in the middle you don't feel those nerves. Just get in the moment and in the match. Best place to be. For the first time this series, England desperately trying to get that ball changed, not swinging, and Chris Woakes trying to get Gaffney to change it. Gaffney was having none of it.
And that for the outswinger to the left-hander, going across him. Didn't. 4 for 3. Talking about Chris Woakes, been a little bit short in the game. I know it's different conditions, but that was his pitch map comparison of Ireland and Australia. Australia there, he's been a little bit shorter. You could argue conditions. I mean, that Ireland pitch was very green, wasn't it? On a green pitch, you would pitch it up a little bit more.
Archer just toddles down to fine leg where he gets a huge ovation for the crowd. It's been noticeable actually every time he's chased the ball or moved to a fielding position on the boundary edge or in the corner of the ground. He's got a lovely ovation from the crowd. Big shout but high. Root is reviewed.
TV umpire to director, player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on, please. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. Can you give me ultra edge to confirm that, please? Right, just go, keep going. Right, there's no bat involved. I'm satisfied. You can go through the ball tracker when you're ready, please. Ball tracker coming up now, Aleem. Ball pitching outside, off. Impact is outside, off. So you'll be staying with your original decision. Can you put Aleem back on screen, please?
Well,
Aleem, stay with your original decision.
That's why Root reviewed. I think in normal situation he wouldn't have called that review. There wasn't a lot going for it outside the line, probably high as well.
Slightly better length though, just that fraction fuller. The batsman coming forward. It's the odd grubber bowling from this nursery end. Obviously Bancroft got one against Leach and this one did stay low. 5th day pitch, expect the odd one to stay low.
Well to hit, that bat was coming down at a crooked angle, accentuated by the low bounce. Trying to get outside off stump or across. I think he feels that the end Woakes is bowling from, the way Woakes bowls, natural out shape plus the slope, that's the threat to the outside edge.
Yeah, it's the first time he's changed actually. First time he's shuffled right across. Almost see leg stump now, and I wonder if Woakes could gamble and go full and straight. Now he's got him across the crease. Just 2 balls ago. Look how far cross and a little bit down the pitch he got. End up seeing middle and leg.
Well, it's supposed to be a replacement for Steve Smith. Leap across your dollies.
Halfway. It's going to halfway through a game change. Average 100 for the rest of his career.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. It's wide from Oates, and Labuschagne helps himself to 4 down to third man, moves to 35, looking pretty secure. For 3.
No 5th bowler on there yet, but I think we're just going to add to that list. He's all-rounder that has already got a Test 100 today. He'll be brought on at the pavilion end. We're going to have a bit of Ben Stokes.
From Archer to Broad to Stokes, all cricketers who can have an impact, dramatic impact upon the game. Even when you're batting out the game, it's so important to, if the ball is there to be hit, to have that attitude that you'll put it away. It means everything then will be positive, your footwork, your mind. That's what Head did there.
Absolutely. Nothing better than batting 20-30 not out than still being on 6-7-8. Just blocking away. If you look up at the scoreboard, you're 20-30, get confidence straight away. That's why at times various England sides have been defensive. We call for extra slips and extra catches, because captains want to keep players in single figures, want to keep them away from boundaries to boost their confidence. Spot on, Michael. You get a bad ball, whatever the situation, put it away.
A change of angle. Stokes round the wicket. Travis Head wants just to get the sight screens right. There's a bit of a gap there, just about from where the ball will emerge.
Right there.
Didn't have those sight screens when I started playing Test cricket here so long ago.
Not sure they had that pavilion when you started playing it, to be honest.
It's very full, but it's a bit leg side.
outside edge. It was so full. On the angle going down. Yeah, just on the angle.
More runs. Pushing defensively, really, and it squirts to third man. 96 for 3. The overs ticking away.
Punch nicely. Didn't try and overhit it. Did stay down a fraction. Both these players look organised for everything that England can take out of this game with Archer. Stokes has returned to good form. I think Australia will take something if these two can be there at the close and get a score. No time to go yet. There'll be a twist.
Well, if there is, I think Root has done the right thing here. He had a look at Wokes, but he looked pretty ineffectual. He's gone back to his spinner. Last session of the 5th day with a bit of wear and tear there. Your spinner has got to come into the game. So gone back to Jack Leach, who's bowled 6 overs, got a wicket of Cameron Bancroft, 1 for 8. He'll have another crack from the nursery end. Slip gully, silly point, short leg, plenty of company for Marnus Labuschagne.
I didn't mind over the wicket, actually, and sometimes people think that's a little bit negative, but the one area that he's been a little bit vulnerable is from over, landing in those footholds. He's been sweeping and flicking out of the rough, so switch from round to over at some stage. Bowler from line, a little bit quicker, he fires it in there. It might quite as much drop on it. But he doesn't have to, because his pace is good. Brought up on a Taunton pitch that spins, where your pace is important. His pace is excellent. Didn't know to go forward or back there, Labuschagne.
Good angle to show the rough that you were talking about there. Quite a bit of it.
Good, Leachy.
Well, reversal from Edgbaston. At Edgbaston it was Lyon. Plenty of rough. Then round the bat. Bit of rattle. And now it's the other way. Johnny Bairstow was the recipient of a bit of that chat up at Edgbaston. He's enjoying it now. Well played. A bit quicker. Kept low. Labuschagne survives. 96 for 3. Five overs left until the final hour, and the final 15 overs are called. To call you through them, Kumar and Mikey.
Well, they're not helping themselves, are they? We saw Australia drop a few when they were in the field. Now it's time for England. Straight in, straight out. Good height. That's the height you want the ball to be coming as a slipper.
It shouldn't have been that hard, but just seemed that he lost sight of it. His reaction immediately after dropping it was that he couldn't see it. His hands wide, not really together. So it probably very, very late, but that's one you take.
Well, Ben Stokes knows what he went through when he was batting. He got a few chances.
Oh well, can't catch, can't field.
Brings up the 100 for Australia.
A bit of relief here for Travis Head. He's found the going difficult. Even if you're trying to survive, it's important that you do get runs, rotate strike, put the bad ball away. Gets into a really positive mode. That's a little bit too positive, Mikey. just there. I was just about to say that when you're positive, you leave a lot better. You make better decisions. Been wrong before.
He went at that so hard, though, it would have flown through that slip cord. And that's 4 more. A better shot, though.
Oh, a lot better. A lot better length for Travis Head. Really decisive step forward. Just great control. Not a huge flourish. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just a little punch. Just a little extension. Couple of feet past a forward defense. That's enough to take it to the boundary.
Back over the wicket. Really straining himself. Getting very close to that front line. 104 for 3. This is the missed opportunity. Straight in, straight out. Should have been at least 4 down.
Would have made the last hour very interesting like that. Jack Leach continuing from the nursery end. Doesn't have the same amount of rough outside the right-handers off stump. Labuschagne has been very impressive.
Yeah, that has been one positive as far as Australia is concerned. Labuschagne batting as well as he has.
And one of the few Australian batsmen, other than Stephen Smith, who's known where his off-stump is. He's moved well. He's made little changes to his movements to suit what the bowler's trying to do. Shown a lot of courage. Got hit flush in the vice's second delivery. It's got to be a little bit careful. It's good not to get your foot too far across. It's sometimes way too open. His back leg sliding towards leg stump exposes his stumps quite a bit. Any accentuated turn from there, bowled or caught in that slip area, he's got to get a little bit more across. Change of angle from Jack Leach, back over the wicket, bowling into the rough.
Absolutely no one in that direction. That's another boundary.
It's an interesting tactic if Jack Leach is trying to use this and the batsman is sweeping. He's got a short, fine leg for that top edge. There hasn't been a huge amount of bounce for the spinner. He's also probably got to get a little bit closer to the stump, Mike. So once in a while, he can actually pitch the ball within the line of the stump to try and get the batsman kicking it away, and give LBW a little bit of a chance as well.
Yeah, they have decided to change the field now as well, though. The backward square leg comes in as well as the man for the top edge from the sweep. Oh, that's what he's trying to do. Spin it across the body.
And not necessarily a delivery that you have to play. You can kick it away. The rough is well outside leg stump. Can't be out LBW.
That's going to be outside leg, I would think.
Nasser Hussain earlier made a comment that Labuschagne finds this line difficult. It takes away a great mode of dismissal for a left-arm spinner when it comes over. For Labuschagne, it can be effective. He seems just a little bit muddled.
If he continues to play at balls that are outside the line of leg stump like that and he gets out, I suspect when he gets to the dressing room, a few people might be asking a question or two. There he goes again. They aren't chasing this target, are they? 110 for 3.
Definitely not, and there's no real reward either for this shot. Maybe a single at the most. They've got a deep square leg in. They've got a short fine leg for a top edge. Carries a lot of risk. Trying to save the game. 157 runs of 18 overs is not realistic, but who knows? Marnus Labuschagne might have different ideas.
I was just joking with Bennett to my right here. If he gets out, they'll change his name to Labus Changdi. The attacking field here again.
It's been a great test for all batsmen. It's not just technical, but also about character and courage, the ability to make decisions. Some have kept low, some deliveries have rushed batsmen. There's been turn. And every single session, every single day, there's been a new challenge. It's a wicket that never really get in on. Can be a 50 or a 60, even sometimes on 100 maybe, but the ball always does something unpredictable. That's one man who could use a half century or 100, Mikey.
Ben Stokes has been charging in. Previous delivery was almost 90 miles an hour. It was 89 as a matter of fact. And he has been rushing back to his mark as well, trying to get in as many overs as possible.
Just get the feeling that this particular test match has changed the complexion of the test series from here onwards. I think England came here under pressure. They were put under pressure the first 2 days. The way they've come back, and with Jofra Archer's presence, just have a feeling that England's fortunes are about to change. This test could end up in a draw. But come Leeds, I think Australia will feel that they'll be put under a lot of pressure in this test, and that will continue.
Maiden over. 110 for 3. It's a man that people have been asking, where has he been? Hasn't played in this test series as yet. Mitchell Starc.
How do you fit him in, Mikey? I mean, he's such a good bowler, left arm, works for Lyon as well in terms of rough. The Australian philosophy of rotating bowlers, sometimes just for the sake of it, or do you just play the bowlers in form? It's going to be a hard grind. Not many days between test matches for the same bowlers to keep going for long spells, just the 4 bowlers.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why they left Pattinson out of this one, to give him a bit of a break. There have been arguments put forward, Sanga, why Mitchell Starc isn't playing. Not too sure about them. I'll probably get Benedict to check. I think in the last series in Australia, there were statistics posted that Mitchell Starc averages something like 70-odd runs per wicket in the top 5 batsmen for any country. And then the bottom 5, he averages about 4 runs per wicket. So I figure they think to themselves, well, we need people for the top 5, not the bottom 5. Travis Head back on strike. Labuschagne 42 from 85. Head 30 from 47. 4 men around the bat. Silly point, forward short leg, backward short leg, or a leg slip, whichever you prefer, and a slip as well. Aleem Dar just telling the man at Silly Point that he has to get down when he's fielding there and not move because of his shadow, of course. Shadow just coming onto the playing surface.
Anything that disturbs the batsman's eye line is not allowed when it comes to fielders around the bat. I would just like to see the short mid wicket brought up a few yards closer, just a static catching position, especially with the rough there.
Very nice there, Jackie.
Even a thick inside edge will just fall short. It's a possibility. Quite a few balls going in the air through there.
He's keeping his eyes on the ball, Travis said, that's for sure. Quite a few have kept low.
As a batsman, you've got to trust your defense here. If you want to rotate strike, you have a sweep. And use your feet as well.
.111 for 3. Root is setting the field, but he's not just setting the field for another bowler. He has decided it's time for him to bowl himself. Bit of slow right arm, optimistic.
Too far.
16 overs left, as you see on that scoreboard. Means at the end of this over, final hour, as they call it, will start. 15 overs. Regulations say that the last hour starts at 6 p.m. or when 15 overs are left, whichever is the later. Looking for 3 and getting them comfortably.
Go, Rita. Come on, Joey.
One more.
Easy pickings. Joe Root. It's not a bad off spinner. Takes a while for him to settle in. Big drag down.
Both Labuschagne and Head have played their shots. They have not just gone out there and blocked.
It's really important that they did that as well. It's really hard to just block your way out of a situation like this. You've got to keep your mind fresh. Look to score runs. Be tight in defense, yes. Both have been very, very good, especially Labuschagne. Thought the way he came back after that blow, coming in as a replacement for Stephen Smith, it's extremely impressive.
4 dot balls to end the over. 1-1, 8 for 3, and the umpire has called for drinks.
Wow, that's a key breakthrough.
Pretty good weather around, so if the England captain wants to get all 15 overs, he can. That's where we stand at the moment. Australia, well, they need less than 10 runs per over to win from here. But this is not one of those 20-20 games. And this is the man that has put England in such a healthy position. Position from which they thought it was unlikely for them to lose. Fantastic knock. Shots all around the ground. First 50 came up in 106 deliveries because he was looking to get England into a safe position. The second 50, only 54 deliveries.
There's a clear intent in the second half, of course, to get to a lead as quickly as possible. Now that England's done really well, they've had troubles at the top of the order with Jason Roy not getting many runs, Joe Denley the same. They needed the middle order to fire the big guns of Buttler, Stokes, Bairstow. Buttler didn't get too many, but he looked good. Bairstow's looked really good from the first innings to now. Ben Stokes was absolutely magnificent. The crowd here at Lord's, the weather has got in the way, but they've been treated to some wonderful cricket. Some great bowling. The contest between Jofra Archer and Stephen Smith. Then that was a defining moment in this game and also the series. Psychological back and forth, but also the sheer physicality of it.
You saw umpire Aleem Dar giving the signal to all concerned, pointing to his watch. This is the last scheduled hour, which means a minimum of 15 overs have to be bowled, unless the captains decide to call it off. Can bowl more than 15 overs if you rush it, but a minimum of 15. Well, you can sweep full tosses. That's not a problem. No rough to contend with.
Who do you think out of the two teams will have the bigger advantage going into Headingley? They'll have a debrief, analyze this game, look at all the moving parts.
Here we go, Leachels.
I think probably England will walk away with a lot more confidence.
We're just saying off here there, Sangha, Labuschagne has looked good. He's on 49 at the moment, looking to get a half century. Perhaps he's telling the selectors, hey, I should be here. I am no substitute.
He has looked a lot better than some of the batsmen that's actually played in 2 Test series. It's not easy coming in as a replacement. Jofra Archer in the middle of a fiery spell, get hit on your grill the second ball and then rise to the occasion. His techniques look really good. Mentally, he looks very organized. A lot of steel there.
Not afraid to use his feet, and that brings up his half century.
Yeah, that's just an excellent innings. Shown a lot of character. He's adjusted the situation brilliantly. The crowd all standing up. The players too up in the balcony. They know what a crucial innings this has been. Australia could have been in deep, deep trouble. And Marnus Labuschagne has pulled them to safety. And he's just made a big claim for a first 11 spot as a batsman. Where is he going to play? If Smith comes back, it's going to be really difficult.
Jackie.
$123 for 3.
Marnus Labuschagne. Very good control. Dusted himself off for being felled by a Joff Raja bouncer, and after that he really got into great positions. His feet were decisive, his head went to the ball, he left really well. I thought that was just the defining shots, or the non-shots of his innings were the ones that he actually left, and it paved the way for him to execute all these strokes, get to a brilliant half-century.
Jofra Archer is back. The last throw of the dice, you would assume. Perhaps 2-3 overs if nothing happens. Take a break. 2 wickets from earlier on. Warner again not getting too many. And then Usman Khawaja. Three slips on the gully, forward short leg.
Starts out with a knuckleball, a full toss. That's what's so impressive about Labuschagne. Did surprise him, but look how well he's adjusted. He's been hit on the grill. A lot of better batsmen have reacted a lot worse than Labuschagne to that one. Just watched the ball so closely. It's been a hallmark of his innings.
His foot movements have been normal. They said sang a lot of batsmen would have been a bit tentative getting that right foot towards the off stump. Some of them would, that right foot would be going towards the square leg umpire. Some would just stand where they are. But he has not been bothered in the least. There he goes again, just shuffling across that off stump, getting behind the line of the ball.
He hasn't really fiddled with anything. He's just trusted his pace. That's the second ball he's faced. And was straight up there, looking straight back at the bowler. He was there to play. He wanted the England players to see it. But that would have shaken him up for sure.
That would have been a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it's a beautiful leave again. Just knows where his off stump is. Once you have that in the back of your mind and it's automatic, it just makes batting look a lot more easier. You get the bowler to bowl to you. You're always in control. He knew it. There's a little bit of danger there. A good decision.
I wonder if Nas was looking. Covered that off stump.
Yeah. Mitchell Johnson rattled Nasser's stumps. It's a very impressive leave.
Rode that well. Got on top of it again. Making some final adjustments. Joe Root. Archer now round the wicket. Over bowled 124 for 3. Partnership of 77 between these two. Here's a new partnership up here. Nasser Hussain is with David Gower.
Thanks, Mikey. Nice footwork and a lovely shot. That is placement at its best. This is pretty much the time now, if you're Marnus Labuschagne, you can just enjoy yourself, just see through the final vital part of this. If you're in this position, 50 odd not out now, 55 he is now, and the end of the game is drawing closer, just make sure you're still there at the end. See it through, but just play well. Going to push for the second, which should be easy enough. Again, happy to use his feet. And I've been batting, what is it, 131 minutes. Your judgment of the flight, of the line, of the length, all comes just that much more easy. So more confident using his feet. Getting right to the pitch of the ball, which is good.
Tried over the wicket, Tim. Surprisingly, he's not kicked any away. Doesn't come naturally to some just to kick it out of there. He's played, can be dangerous at times. He's swept out of there as well. And now reverse swept out of there.
Well, actually, of all the shots he's played, that's probably the safest. Because, as you say, he's tried the orthodox sweep where you risk the top edge and man is out in the deep for that. He's tried defending the straight bat where turn and bounce, you can take the glove. But if you're going to play anything out of there, I reckon that's the safest. Now you've mentioned it, he's finally decided you can leave him alone.
Yeah, but it just doesn't come naturally. To some it doesn't. Try and kick it away. Who was it try to kick? Shane Warne out the rough, got bowled between their legs.
Oh, there is the catch. Just diving forward enough to get the hands underneath it. And there is the risk of playing the sweep shot out of the rough outside the leg stump. But they're going to change. Sorry, they're going to just check it.
TV umpire to director.
They're going to check it.
Umpire review for a fair catch.
Joe Root's
The soft
hands
signal
were
on the
properly
field is
underneath it.
out. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to your best angle for the catch, please. Can you give me a side angle there, umpire, please? Do you have a side angle, a side-on angle of it? Can you zoom that for me, please? I need to determine whether his fingers are under it. Can you give me a zoom up, please? His fingers appear to be under the ball. It's bouncing off his fingers and into his hand. Can you do that rock and roll again? Yeah. I have his fingers under the ball and it's bouncing up into his hands. I have a decision for the big screen. And my decision is out.
There we go. Joe Root says, yeah, I caught it. Marnus Labuschagne doesn't agree. So the ricochet off the short leg. Root dives forward, claims the catch. And he says out. He gives a clue to the umpires, but the umpires have to make their decision entirely independently of the fielder and the captain. Labuschagne has played well there. He's battled away, he's played some lovely shots, he's taken that horrible blow to the grill early on. But according to the umpires out in the field and to the umpire inside as well, he has to go. 59 to him, 132 for 4. Well, I'll tell you what, normally speaking, I would be on the umpire side entirely. There was that view from Tom which suggested that it might have bounced. I thought the side-on view showed fingers had slipped under the ball, personally, and I know we've done this 1,000 times. It's partly the evidence of your eyes, it's partly your instinct knowing how these things work and how cameras work and long lenses work. I would say, at the risk of being argued with, that the decision actually is right.
Yeah, and you've got to remember the on-field umpire's decision was out. The soft signal was out. And I think umpire Joel Wilson took his time. You're right. From one angle, it looked like it clearly bounced. And from the other, it looked like it bounced on his fingers and bounced up into the palm of his hand. Anyway, he's gone, and England have an opportunity. Soft signal on the field was out. Ricochet really unlucky. The slog sweep into short leg. From that angle it looked like it bounced up from the fingers. From the other angle it looked like it bounced and in short.
Well, we know these are always contentious. First things first, though, we were saying how the sweep itself is a risk out of the rough, and he hasn't got on top of it. So one's not got on top of it. Has the other one got underneath it? Those are the questions, or those are the points.
That angle looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks bad, but okay, consider this. The ball can bounce in the fingers like there. I mean, like there, unless he's got two deformed hands, which I don't think he has. You know, the fingers do just get under the ball, and it can bounce up into the palm of the hand off the fingers. Another ping off the top of the helmet. Helmets, back, thighs, boots, pads, anything but glove or bats, and it's leg buys. There it goes, ping.
Yeah, evasive action. Some people might ask, well, he's not playing a shot, why isn't it a dead ball? If you take evasive action, which a lot of people do to Archer nowadays, you get 4 leg buys. But an opportunity for England. Wade would have been sitting up there hoping they just got through it. What's this about now? What's the issue? Concussion again?
It's not concussion, it's just the standard check of the helmet. It was a glancing blow. I mean, I've had glancing blows off the skull. Fella doesn't run out to check your skull unless you... Come on. I mean, that was just a gentle ping off the top. This should take 30 seconds. Come on. Wade was completely unconcerned. Hardly felt the blow at all. It's not like the ones we've seen earlier in the game, which have been full-on blows where the helmet has done its job beautifully, as it's designed to do. That was just a little, I wouldn't call it gentle, but it was a glancing blow off the top.
Fair play to Wade there. He could have easily milked that situation, taken his time, waited and hoped for a bit of bad light to come in. He just said, get on with it, I'm fine. Told the Fizz to get off. Good on him, get on with the game.
Tell you what, just the number of times we've seen either direct hits on the helmet in this game, most of them off Archer, if not all of them off Archer, which reflect his pace, but his accuracy too with the bounce. I mean, he has bowled what I would call some seriously nasty short balls, because they've been so straight and just the wrong height for all those concerned, and that includes Stephen Smith, Marnus Labuschagne. Just trying that leg stump Yorker, just in case Wade had gone too far across. On 38 for 4. So the overs are ticking away. You start with 15 in the last hour. We've had 4 of those. Comes the time, of course, where it's going to be in Joe Root's hands, to be honest. Australia would go off any time you like from here on in, but it comes to Joe Root to maybe offer a handshake as and when he feels that he has no final chance of winning this game, but he'll push it a bit further yet, that is for sure.
Yeah, not easy for Wade as well against Leach. Remember how Head was when he first came in with that rough out there. Left-handers are brought up on it, but it's never easy to start with a bit of rough. You're a little bit frenetic. Men round the bat. Opportunity for Leach.
Catch! That's right. Straight off the glove, straight to short leg. Matthew Wade's first look at Jack Leach, and it's all over in a hurry.
Classic left arm spin into the rough, explodes. Rip a glove, they say, and he has ripped a glove straight to short leg. Easy catch for Jos Buttler. Door has been opened. Wade has gone as well. England need 5 more. 138 for 5.
Well, as you say, it opens a door. Not wide open, but just a little glimmer of light the other side of it. Keeps the pressure on Australia. And Jack Leach, who made his name here at Lord's against Ireland as a night watchman and a batsman, is now playing his premier role as a bowler. He's got 3 for 28 now. He's also on a hat-trick. Last ball of the 11th over. Saw the end of Labuschagne. First ball of his 12th over, and that's the end of Matthew Wade. And the man trying to resist, Tim Paine. So Australia's captain knows that it could be an awkward finish to this game if things go wrong from here on in. If another couple of wickets tumble, he and his side will be under immense pressure. Men everywhere, but 4 of them close to the bat, plus the keeper. Leach around the wicket. Nicely defended by Tim Paine. So the hat-trick averted. There'll be noises off all around. Every ball will be treated as if it was a grenade exploding from that pitch. At least by the fielding side. Oh, that's close again. There's bat and pad very close together. There's a little bit of both there.
Well, it might have just been off the face, actually. Trying to catch it off the face there, Rory Burns, getting really close. Yeah, just off the splice. He's the captain who won the toss and had a bowl, and he's now batting on a fifth-day pitch that's turning. Be reminded of that round the bat.
Wicket maiden, 30 overs gone, 138 for 5. 10 overs remaining, 5 wickets needed.
So difficult to start against spin. You don't pick up length well, you just plod on that front foot, it lands in that rough, it explodes. And the men are hovering to take the catch.
Mind you, short leg. Those are the ones you like, straight at you like that. So Leach's figures there, 3 for 28 now. Still to come. Cummins, Siddle, Hazelwood, Lyon. Cummins and Siddle can certainly bat.
Yeah, they just had the single there. They didn't push everyone out. That would have been ridiculous. Archer's still trying to get Head out. Deep point, deep square leg. They didn't mind if Head got the single because they can now have a go at Paine.
Right, thoughts in Joe Root's mind here. He's got Tim Paine on naught, having faced 5 balls of spin. He's got Archer, he's got men out on the hook, he's got the short leg in, he's got the leg slip in, couple of slips. Ow, ow. Tim Paine will not show any pain.
Oh, the problem when you get bounced out in the first innings of the first test of a 5-match series, you know you're going to get peppered. There are men out, 2 out on the hook. There's a leg slip, a short leg. And now he's got to work out whether to play, to duck, to sway, to hook. He knows what's coming.
Again, I'll make the point. I mean, that was dead straight at Tim Paine. This is where Archer's so good, because he gets close anyway. But he directs those short balls, by and large, so very well. And that was possibly the most awkward height of all. Roundabout shoulder height, armpit height, round there. If you haven't started to duck early enough, it's an awkward height to control and keep down. And it's straight at you. The extra short leg goes in there. Always indecision here, which you can understand. Archer there, getting that angle to come back into Tim Paine. It's come down the slope a bit. It's not a good leave, in the sense that he wasn't sure about it at all. Wasn't a confident leave, put it that way.
Shot that can only just go up in the air off a top edge. There are 2 men out. Might even have that man on the boundary in 5 or 10 because he's not playing a hard pull. Just get the deep square leg in 15 for these, right on the fence there.
Very happy to be up here watching this, rather than down there, close to the scene of the crime.
Brought him in, brought him a long way in, so maybe sane to Payne. He's not come all the way, that's good.
Yeah, sharp work at short leg, but Payne had gone nowhere. So he survives the over. It's a hostile over, as you'd expect from Jofra Archer. 139 for 5. So the conversation between captain and the man not out on 36. So we're looking at that scoreboard, looking at the overs left, which now number 9. See it through, see it through. Defend the spinner, defend the paceman, leave what you don't have to play. Get out of the way of the ones that are going to hurt. Just do whatever you can to stay in. That's the message from Tim Payne. Left-hander on strike, so it's over the wicket, men around the bat again.
I tell you who's counting the overs down, those bowlers in the Aussie dressing room. Likes of Lyon, Hazelwood, Siddle. Option A, sit up there with a toasted sandwich. Option B, go and fend Archer off. Last 3 or 4 overs. They're counting every ball, every over. Difference here between Head, who's been in 65 deliveries, 111 minutes. He's picking up length better than Wade was. He's going forward and then pressing and playing it off the back foot. Overall round to the right-hander, David.
Well, I instinctively felt over, actually, but you know when you're bowling over the wicket as a left-arm spinner and you're just trying to slow things down, that's one thing. If you get it so close to leg stump, there's still a bit of rough there, and you've got a new man who's not quite sure whether or not to play it. I think you get a potential advantage from that. If the guy's going to play at you, that's a good shot. A little bit too full from Leach, which can happen, of course, but that's a very, very good shot.
Payne off the marking, we won't bother about that. England just trying to get round, get as many overs in as quickly as possible. Staying round for now. Skipper says, no, we'll change that. That was Joe Root's doing. Go over. Good from Root. It's very up. Length on a curve, though. Length changes from over the wicket.
And that's the thing. If you're outside leg stump and the batsman is determined just to kick it away, that's okay. You're just testing him out to see what he's going to do. Remember, Labuschagne played a lot of these, so that was a very different kettle of fish. So now if you just change the line a little bit closer to leg stump, and see there is that rough there which spreads in front of the stumps as well a little bit. Survives that anyway. 144 for 5. Another over ticks away, another chat between the batsmen. Well, he's done a lot of work in this test match. Jofra Archer in his first test match. Seems that everything he does has brought some sort of drama to the game. Wow. Wow. It's amazing the apparent lack of effort and yet the resultant speed and bounce that Archer gets. It's well played here. Let's look at this. First of all, the line is just outside our stump. Yeah, you drop the hands. Head goes out the way. So well played, well watched. But then the problem, of course, is for Johnny Bairstow, who basically has no chance without a small ladder. Does make you think as a batsman. It's well played as well. And you've seen one just go past the end of your nose. Next one is still short, but not quite as short. Just wondering how high it's going to bounce. He's ridden that one well. Diving away to his left, it looked for a moment as though it might just get past him. Joe Denley at square leg has pulled off an absolute blinder there. It wasn't entirely middled, but it did look for a moment as though it might just get past him. But Tim Paine has gone for the hook shot here. Everyone waiting to see what happens next. And that is just plucked out of the air.
Good work from the skipper as well. He did bring him up, and that is an outstanding catch from Denley. The Aussie skipper's gone for 4. England 4 wickets away, 149 for 6.
Great catch, unbelievable stuff.
.149 for 6. There's still some drama left in this game, and in the commentary box now, Ian Botham, Shane Warne.
Yeah, thanks, David. All sorts of drama. Just as we thought this might have been heading for a draw, England have fought back. Leach with wickets, Archer with his pace. 7 overs to go. We're into the bowlers. Travis Heads, 38, but have a look at this catch. It's a short one. Joe Root brought the man up. It was Joe Denley. It looked like it was going wide of him, then a dive and stuck in the left hand. What a catch. Can that just turn the game England's way? Don't go anywhere. 7-0, 41 deliveries to go. England are a chance. Good chance. Good shot from Travis Head. This is that catch. Have another look at it. It's a good, well-directed short ball again from Archer. And you could hear the catch. And they either stick or they don't. Denley got it absolutely right. And that's a tough catch at this time of night. Time of the game. What a time to pull off a screamer. What do you think, Beefy? 4 wickets to get. England a good chance?
I think there's every chance it'll go all the way to the wire. Yeah, why not? Why not? One more wicket. You've got the bowlers in.
Well, Pat Cummins is there, and he showed terrific courage in the first innings when he was out there with Steve Smith, and he copped that nasty blow. He batted for a long period of time against the pace of Archer. Hazelwood, Lyon, and Siddle to come. Oh, well bowled. Leach has been fantastic foil for Archer. He's got 3. Archer's got 3. Not just pace. It's pace from one end and good spin from the other. Dumping it into the rough stuff. Will it turn? Will it bounce? Does it go straight on? Not easy for the lefty. Travis Head will be trying to get a single if he can. Or just survive. This is excellent stuff from England. Terrific over. 153 for 6.
Well, that is just quite magnificent. The words, some things in sport you don't mind watching time after time, and that will be one of them, I'm sure. Truly magnificent catch.
Well, Pat Cummins to face his first delivery. He's got a slip, a leg gully, a bat, 2 bat pads. And that man at square leg, Joe Denley, just pulled off an absolute screamer. It's Archer with pace.
Do you know, why do we need a fine leg? No, he's not going to hook. So if he gets 4 runs, who cares? So another catcher in the slips. He's not going to go hooking the ball. So fine leg, really, it's just a wasted position.
You want people, the fielders, to be where the wicket takers. Now another bat pad going on the offside. So 3 bat pads. Leg gully, slip, gully. Oh, just short of Ben Stokes. It's a single. Oh, nearly a run out. It's all happening here at Lords.
I reckon this was pretty close.
You had to run around the bat pad fielders. It was a slower ball. That's what did Pat Cummins. And Stokes was aware of what was going on. You watch Travis Head, there's 2 bat pads you could just see there. Bairstow was onto what was happening. Head's trying to get around the bat pads. No, he's safe. All sorts of panic going on at the moment. When you get down to this stage of the game, there's 5 overs to go after this. A bit of weather around, the lights are on, all sorts of drama. No one has left Lords, though. Still a good crowd here as Archer steams in. Another good short one. Travis Head, besides a bit of a shaky start, has played well.
He played that pretty well as well, because that got big on him. Kept it down.
Oh, it's a good one, that. Quick. It's amazing how good that short one is, the pace snap. It's always on line too. Well, you go back an hour ago, Travis Head was 22. Ben Stokes was brought on. It was a straightforward nick. It went quite quick to Jason Roy. But Travis Head is probably standing the difference between England winning and losing right here, and that was an hour ago. Right. Another man comes up. You're right about the fine leg, Beefy. Joe Root's now getting rid of the fine leg and putting another slip in. This is more like it. Right, what do we got? This is like the old test match ground when you used to put all the little fielders around the bat. We've got the bat pad offside, 2 bat pads on the onside, a leg gully, a square leg gully, 2 slips and a gully. Another good short one, well played, Travis Head. This This is Jofra Archer's 5th over of this spell. There's 5 overs to go with this. I don't think he'll be getting the ball out of his hand, Beef.
No chance. No chance whatsoever. He says, you don't have to worry about me. I love bowling, bowl all day. And with his action, you can see why.
He does it easy, doesn't he?
Very easy. Glides.
Right, 1 ball to go. Oh. Another good over. It's 154 for 6.
I think that's hurt Travis Head, that last delivery. Let's have a look at this. Where does it strike him? Right in the hand, so it's tingling. Could have popped up anywhere, went down. Full on the hand.
Well, it's a big welcome to our main event viewers too, as there's drama here at Lord's. There's 4.4 overs to go. England need 4 wickets to win this amazing test match. Leach has spun a bit of a web. He's got 3. Archer's bowling like the wind with extreme pace. He's got 3. Clouds are coming in. The lights are on. 4 overs to go after this. It's been a fantastic day of Test cricket. We've had some brilliant, as much as it's rained, we've had some wonderful Test cricket here at Lord's over the last 5 days. Leach, can he get one to turn? Can he get a bad shot out of Pat Cummins? The key of bowling at this stage is to try and bowl your best ball and make them play every time. You can't allow any leaves. You've got to attack the stumps. Got to make the batsman play every single delivery. 4.2 overs left. That's better. Make him play. As I said earlier, Pat Cummins showed a lot of courage in that first innings after watching Steve Smith get hit. Stand up to Archer and everybody else. He's a good cricketer. Well bowled again and well played. That's the over. 154 for 6. Well, there's the match summary. Australia won the toss, remember, and put England in. They made 258. Australia replied with 250. Steve Smith got another 92. England replied with 258 for 5. They played well. They got to declare. Ben Stokes a brilliant 115. Now Australia 154 for 6. Means England need 4 wickets to win with a minimum of 4 overs remaining. And the umpires have just got together and had a bit of a chat. And I think they're looking at the light and saying it's got a bit darker in the last 5 minutes. And if you want to stay out here, Jofra Archer with his pace is a bit dangerous, so he can't bowl. So it'll probably be spin only for England. So Joe Root or Joe Denley is an option to partner Leach. And it's going to go with Joe Denley. If you looked at the last 5 minutes, all the sun was out and it all looked fine. It just has come in a bit, hasn't it? You look at the shadows on the pitch of the players and it is quite dark.
Tell you what, after that catch that Joe Denley has just taken, there's every chance he'll get a hat-trick here.
Hat-trick. It was a screamer, that's for sure. It doesn't matter what all he has to do is make the batsman play and just land a couple of good ones. Right, can Joe Denley land some leg spinners? Oh, tidy start. Tell you what, he hasn't bowled a ball in this match so far. Then to come in and bowl that first up in this situation, Good effort from your part-timer. Every ball's an event when there's only 3.4 overs left. You can feel it. The crowd are on the edge of their seat. Everyone's watching. One little mistake. Used to love having the ball in your hand, and this time, Beefy. Fun bowling, wasn't it?
Yeah, great fun. I tell you what, though, I wouldn't have this field. I wouldn't be having that man at backward point. I'd have him up on the offside.
All around the bat. That's the over pretty tidy. 154 for 6, 3 to go. Well, the last hour is a minimum of 15 overs, and that started at 6:24. So at this stage, we've got probably 9 or 10 minutes left. So England can bowl more than 15 overs in that last hour if they're quick enough. At this stage, there's 3 scheduled overs. They probably won't get any more than that in. He's close there on the offside. It's Burns there on the offside. Oh, now he was so close, the man on the offside. You've got to have time to react. It went quite quickly, and it just either sticks or it doesn't.
And also, if you're much further back, it isn't going to carry, is it? This is just a push off the face of the bat. Almost caught it.
Nearly a great catch. He's no more than probably a metre and a half from the bat. Oh. Have a look at this. This is another angle of that catch. Look at that. He's nearly walking in with the bowler. It tops 2 metres away from the bat. No time to react at all. Jack Leach wants something. They've got Bancroft that just pitches in line with the stumps and skids straight on. You can go over the wicket and try and dump one into the rough. The tail enders sometimes get confused whether to kick it away or try and play at it. We've seen the ball spit and bounce out of their Beef. Oh, well now, has that pitched in line. Looked like the faster one. I reckon he might review this, and I think this is closer than you think.
I don't think he had any intention of
TV
spinning
umpire
it.
to director. There's a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. No shot played. May I start with the front foot, please? That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on, please. Right, no shot played, no need for ultra edge. Can you go to ball tracker, please, when you're ready? Ball tracker coming up now. Ball pitching in line and wickets missing. So can you put Alim back on screen, please? Alim, you'll be staying with your original decision of not out. You're on screen now.
No, not out. It actually spun. It looked like Jack Leach tried to bowl the arm ball from in close from over the wicket. It was good thinking, but it just spun on the surface. Another man goes round the corner now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fielders around the bat to Pat Cummins. Is there a bit of magic from Leach? Well played, Pat Cummins. Tell you what, the only thing with over the wicket is wasting a delivery if you don't get it right. It's worth a go, but well played, Paddy Cummins. 154 for 6. Joe Denley to continue. There's 11 balls remaining. England need 4 wickets to win. It's been a fantastic test match so far. Oh, well bowled. One that goes straight.
Natural variation. It just didn't turn, grip and turn straight through.
Played well, that man on screen, Marnus Labuschagne. Good shot. It won't take any run there. Head will stay down this end, Cummins down the other end.
The other thing with Labuschagne, with the way he played, after getting that blow early on, and then to regain his composure and continue to bat and bat well, showed a lot about the character.
Yeah, agreed. This Ashes series is alive and well. What a time, what a summer of cricket. The World Cup, England men's team lifted for the first time the World Cup trophy. Now the Ashes 1-0 down. England, they're fighting well, they've played well here at Lord's. It's cricket fever here in England. Good shot. There'll be no run. I thought he might have.
Brilliant fielding from Brody. Cut off the 4 there.
I'm sure a few of the fielders were yelling at him, come on, they're coming back for it, they're coming back for another run. Right, it's the over. It's 154 for 6. 1 to go. Right, the last over, 6 balls. Everyone's around the bat. And they're close. Well played. 5 to go for the Aussies. They'll be counting it down. This has been a terrific performance from England. And they might just actually get another over it. It's only 7:21, and I think they've got till 7:24. So there might be one more over after this, even though this is the last one scheduled. And the reason I said that, remember, is 15 overs minimum in the last hour, which started at 6:24.
I can assure you one thing. If he gets a wicket now, there will be no time for an extra over. The time the batsman gets out there, they'll be slowing him down. They won't rush out. Same tactics anyone would use.
Well, the umpires are saying that's it, but I'm not sure they realise the time about it either. There's still 2.5 minutes to go. And there's 3 balls, so they might have got another one over. They've decided to shake hands. Decided to shake hands with 4 wickets remaining. What a test match we've had. What a day of drama we've had. Lord's is still packed. The lights are on, and even though there's been a lot of rain and we've lost a lot of play through this test match,